seeing y'all be great. And I mean, face it, y'all is cheap fragrance. They know me, the phonies, they copy, they jocking. But Groxy, he just the pretty boy finna end your title reign. Arturo Gotti, we in this thing with the whole posse, and it's fit just asking to just rob me, and these kicks just asking to start rocking.
Please don't ask. Ballin' on a budget, gotta make this last. Nick driving reckless, hoping we don't crash. Pull up mad deep with all my little bro just dropped your rent on dinner. In the back with my feet up kicking, belly out with my shirt that's linen. I'm just trying to vibe, yeah, we out here gigging. Two-stepping, just out here killing, getting hot in here. Plus done kicked in, I need to slow down for your boy gets kicked out. Still feeling myself, just socializing, but you better not ask me to start freestyling. Honestly, I don't like the nightlife, fool. Since I'm here, I guess I'll enjoy the lights like you.
See you sweat. See you sweat. See you sweat. See you sweat. Yeah. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna. I see you sweat. Just keep the lights on. Yeah. Hands up like black and white. See you sweat. Go ahead and clap your hands like you tryna fight. See you sweat, son. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna. I see you sweat. Just keep the lights on. Yeah. Lights on, son. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna see you sweat. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna. I see you sweat. Just keep the lights on. Yeah. Hands up like black and white. Con. Go ahead and clap your hands like you tryna fight. Son. Go ahead and keep the lights on. I just wanna. I see you sweat. Just keep the lights on. Hands up like black and white. Con. I just wanna see you sweat. See you sweat.
Somebody pop all day, hold up. Somebody on their way, hold up. I would've grown all day, hold up. Somebody can't relate,
Black
hold up.
Panther.
Stay down with no faking. Go up, top down, I've been racing. Go up, while I'm in dangerous. Go up, my crowd in rotation, yeah. Are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? Wait, are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? I live on 10. Wait, are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? Hold up, the place 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 up.
Down, go to the down. I see cuz jogging down, jogging down. Got Benjamin Franklin on my T-Bano. So drop from the jungle. I keep the on me, I leave you puzzle. Bang, I'm the black card on my knee longer than hair on her. Like cavity, and I'm done gasoline. Saudi, are you on 10 yet? Nino, Titani. You still search if you looking for somebody.
Somebody pop all day, hold up. Somebody on their way, hold up. I would've grown all day, hold up. Somebody can't relate, hold up. Stay down with no faking. Go up, top down, I've been racing. Go up, while I'm in dangerous. Go up, my crowd in rotation, yeah. Are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? Wait, are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? I live on 10. Wait, are you on 10 yet? Are you on 10 yet? Hold up, the place 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 up.
Are you on 10 yet? Hold up. Do you have yet? Jury on Windex. Woo, 80 my Rolex. Might make back the Benz, pseudo coming out, black on black again. I might go to trim, I been built to win. I don't exit here, too much flexing here. Too much bread to get, I've been stretching up, ain't no catching up. I don't rest enough, I don't plan for luck, I keep working hard, who keep blessing us, I'm on the 10 and I need a 10. The made of my M a week. December been good to me. Not even Kendrick can humble me. Too rich to go do the least.
We come to you north of the border from Toronto, Ontario. I'm Ed Cohen with Jay Williams. And Jay, the Raptors are Canada's team. Only fitting. Toronto's the 4th largest city in North America.
Ed, all that sounds great, but I'll tell you what, I love everything about T-Dot. The food, the music, the culture, the people, the energy of the city. It's off the charts. Every NBA player wants to come through the 6.
No one really cares if it's cold because inside these walls, it's always revved up. The Thunder begin the game with the basketball. Hall is no good. Great defense.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
And he dunks it down for two. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet, and one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
So Lowry. Count it.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor.
Defense, let's go.
To Adams. Takes stock of the floor. No good. Raptors have the rebound. Pascal Siakam. Now pass taken away by the Thunder. Pascal Siakam snatching it out of the air. Lowry into the front court. Leads 4. Well done, Kyle Lowry. 2 for 2. That's what you want.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Down low, Gallinari. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. Couldn't keep it in. Out off Danilo Gallinari. Toronto has the basketball. Lowry picked up by Paul. Oh, great pass, setting up the basket.
I like that aggression early. You never just settle for jumpers. You attack, you attack, you attack. Then when they back off, you'll have room to shoot that, Jay.
To Paul. Free throw good. He's able to polish off the three-point play. Paul. Marc Gasol sends it away and finishes strong.
You have to understand something. I do not care that you're 1 of 6 from the field. The only statistic that matters is the final score.
Pascal Siakam. To Van Vliet. Shot from in close, no good.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
To Lowry. Turns and slams it down. Feed the big fella. Point to the passer.
So good when you get everybody involved, in particular your bigs. You get them going, they'll run the court faster, and guess what? They'll set harder screens because they're actually in the game.
Marc Gasol.
Whoa! Get that out of here.
Message sent, Jay. Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor.
Substitutions, Toronto. Substitutions, Toronto. Stepping in for Oklahoma City.
Right.
Andre Roberson.
To Stevenson. Knocked loose. Thunder have it. And he scores. They took a big step, but they'll count the bucket.
That's what they need to do more of. Attack that basket. Hit him where it hurts.
To Stevenson. Oklahoma City ball. To Schroeder. Here comes the screen. Schroeder. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Has a look. Doesn't get the bounce.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball. And there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Guys like Gary Payton would always take ones early like this all the time. Number 1, to see if they'll get caught. And number 2, to leave a little mark on you to remind you that they'll be on you all game long.
First free throw is good. And gets both to drop at the line. To Stevenson. To Wright. Able to convert inside.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Easy pass to the rim.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
To Stevenson. Ibaka. The pass set it all up.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
Number 6.
To Schroeder. Here comes the screen. Short jumper stays out. Cleans it up. Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Schroeder. You've got to get that one to go.
And physicality is your friend. Don't let these guys get any easy ones down low. Make them look at the refs, wondering where the foul was every time.
And scores. Strong take.
Man, that may not have been a gimme, but that layup at the rim definitely chips away at the pride of the defense.
Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
The assist from number 17, Dennis Schroeder.
Tough make through traffic. Late heave to beat the buzzer. First quarter's complete. The Raptors in front. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started.
Hey, let's take it home now. Let's go. Substitutions, Toronto. In the game for
The ball controlled by Kyle Lowry. To Stevenson. Pascal Siakam to Lowry. Here's a chance from long range. Schroeder with the board. Beyond the arc for three. Off the iron. No good. To Lowry. Cashes in for two.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Passed it off. Big finish at the rim.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Across the timeline, it's Lowry. His team up by 7. Count the basket inside.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Schroeder with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Gasol tips it. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Schroeder. The Thunder down to 4 in the shot clock. To Schroeder. That's rebounded by Toronto. Right through the heart of the defense. The layup is good.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It down off the step back.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
To Stevenson. Tough looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Schroeder has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Slams it down.
The assist from number 6, Lance Stevenson.
He'll put it up at the buzzer. It's good, just as the horn sounds. Inching a little closer, but still down at the break. That'll do it for the first half. The Raptors enjoying a sizable lead.
Thanks, Ed. The Raptors worked hard for their halftime lead. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. Have a look at the leading scores for the Toronto Raptors. The Thunder have dug themselves a bit of a hole after 2 quarters. They've got the break to figure some things out. And trust me, they've got a few things to figure out. Still, it's not like they're totally out of this game. All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Lowry has the basketball to Van Vliet.
Hold on. Pick up.
And count the basket.
Big shout out to the athletic trainer for this team. It's obvious you've been doing all the preparation required of your team in the weight room in the offseason. Flex on them a little bit.
And scores.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
To Van Vliet. Layup goes down. Well done.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Gotta come through.
Paul. Lowry into the front court. It's a 9-point lead. To Van Vliet. Lowry. Going to launch beyond the arc. Oh, he couldn't get it to go. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
Defenders had no chance on that one. That's why we call it the elite tier.
Here's Paul, controlling the offense. Here comes the screen.
Right.
Probing the defense. Chance for Chris Paul. Deep two there, won't go.
Just seems like there's lead in the feet of the defenders. You have to bounce quicker to the ball to deter that shot.
Slams it down.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry 4 other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Here's CP3. Add 2 points to the board. When you look at playmakers in the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
Number 43, Pascal Siakam.
With the rock, it's Chris Paul. To Adams. Steven Adams with the slam. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
The assist from number 1.
Paul with it up top. The deficit now up to 13.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Pascal Siakam. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Hey, one of the things I hear all the great teams say in the huddle, they say 1, 2, 3, no mercy. Now it's time for you to go even harder on the defensive end.
It's Paul for 2. The rebounds corralled by the Raptors. Off the assist.
Ed, I have so much admiration for guys that continue to hunt their shot. They're playing the second half like it was the first 5 minutes of the ball game. Those natural-born leaders are guys that will consistently lead your team to the promised land.
Oh, driving, but he can't connect.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you
Stuffs it down with authority.
If you didn't dunk that, then we would have to talk about it.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. Gets it in the left corner. Cashes in. Someone has to get into a zip code.
Look, I get it. I've been one of the players who have had these mishaps happen to defensively. There is no worse feeling than the next day in film session, watching yourself roam on the island by yourself. Somebody in this particular moment needs to tell you to get your head out of you-know-what to get back in the game.
Now a whistle. And we're going to get a timeout from OKC as their coach wants to get a word in with his guys here in this third quarter. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. short jumper off the mark. Stevenson
Here we go. I got him.
converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
The Thunder have the possession to Schroeder. Can't connect. Shot was forced.
See, the defender did a really good job. He stayed down. He didn't go and bite for all the head fakes. He waited until the last second to contest that shot. Way to know the scouting report.
Oh, good defense there. Thunder with the steal. To Schroeder. Second effort. Big man, Steven Adams. Consistent effort. He's at 50%.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Short jumper won't go down. Not that time. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
Pascal Siakam to Ibaka. He was smothered and still gets it to go down.
This may sound cheesy, but sometimes you just need to sit back, get a tub of popcorn, and just enjoy the show, because that's what you're watching right now.
To Adams. The drive, right to the basket. He shoots, off the mark. Powell.
Double team, double team, double team.
Tough shot, and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
OKC ball. Down low, Adams. Had a good look there, but it's no good. Trying to cash in. Gets a look. Can't hit.
That's how you do it. You keep riding him to the basket, and if the refs aren't calling it, keep being physical. Keep knocking him off balance.
Footer at the buzzer. Third quarter comes to an end. It's been all Raptors. The Thunder have it to start the fourth quarter, and they've really had very little go right for them on.
Come on, y'all, let's go get it. Substitutions Oklahoma City. Subbing in for Toronto, number
Ball.
1. And number 6, Lance Stevenson.
Yes, and a foul. Hell of a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Frank Kaminsky trying to cash in on the three-point play. For his career, 76% from the line. And he misses that one free throw. Lowry. Nice pass to set things up.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a Right, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Pascal Siakam, now pass taken away by the Thunder.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Screen coming left.
To Paul. Gets to the basket and scores.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Stevenson, defended by Robertson. Cleared by Ibaka. To Stevenson. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
This is where I go back into player mode. If the dude starts to try to have 40 points on me, I'm going to foul out. I'm going to start hitting him in places he's not used to being hit. I'm trying to do anything to throw him off his game.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
Pascal Siakam pins it. Fourth this contest.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
For 3, if he's hitting shots, it could be a long night.
They're shooting the ball well, but let me tell you why. They're already ready to shoot before they even catch the ball. Look at their hands. Their hands are ready, providing a target. So when they catch that ball, they go right into their shot. We call that being shot ready.
Thunder with the basketball. Paul. To Adams. Short jumper off the mark. Lowry with it. His guys holding the big lead. Pascal Siakam. To Lowry. Pascal Siakam. To Lowry. Shot from in close, no good.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
To Lowry. Give him 2 points. High percentage.
This type of game needs to be celebrated. This is the type of culture that is fostered when you play with unselfish players. When you give up a little bit of yourself and you make your teammate look great, that's the difference between winning and losing. So when you see these guys smiling, when you see them giving each other high fives, that's because of the energy that was created from the pass. Pass is one of the most brilliant things we have in this game.
Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration. Thunder with the basketball.
Defense, let's go.
Probing the defense. To Paul. Serge Ibaka swats it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
It's the Raptors with the victory. They're now 2-0 in this young season. That'll wrap things up. For Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Taylor Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Raptors put together a nice win here today. And these are the kind of highlights I love to see. Check out the defensive effort that turns so many shots into really embarrassing moments. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Toronto Raptors. The Thunder didn't lose big, but it wasn't exactly close either. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup.
Game track. Assists.
The Toronto Raptors showed off the kind of team chemistry that coaches love to see from their players. The more they moved the ball, it showed how much they trust each other. In the end, they got to win, and it looked like they had a great time doing it.
Player of the game.
Easy choice for player of the game. No one else made as big of an impact in this matchup.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show. Here we go with the top 3 plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
This is what the future holds for the Toronto Raptors. That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.
I beg man, shut up. Let me see you down and my lie, 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 lie. My lie, 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 lie. My lie, 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 lie.
Your boy QJB. I gotta show you all these dunks coming from the one. They were dunking everything. Let's get it. Oh, the one had it looking like a dunk contest out there today. Dunking everything down. I gotta leave it at that. Your boy QJB signing out. I gotta check out some more of these dunks. Peace.